Hey, you geeks! Avatar is known for its great complex characters. Each of our leads has their own contradiction. We get reminded of Aang's every opening.
And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone.
We're introduced to Sokka and Katara's contradictions in their first scene. Sokka wants to be a leader, but can't lead.
Watch and learn, Katara. This is how you catch a fish.
While Katara is a caring, nurturing person with anger issues.
Ever since Mom died, I've been doing all the work around camp while you've been off playing soldier.
We don't see Zuko's contradictions until later. He is such a great character that he actually has two intertwined contradictions. The first is he loves his country and father that don't love him.
You're just a banished prince. No home, no allies. Your own father doesn't even want you.
The second is established in The Storm, though Iroh lays it out clearly in The Avatar and the Fire Lord.
Evil and good are always at war inside you, Zuko. It is your nature.
While Iroh did and did not face a contradiction. This is not to knock Iroh in any way. My favorite Fire Nation uncle was a wonderful positive influence in middle school, getting me into shady stuff like jasmine tea and quoting metaphors. Yet his Schrodinger's cat characterization is so confusing.
Even I don't understand the dead cat.
So let's explore. Facing contradiction. One interpretation of Iroh's arc makes him a very dynamic character who struggled between military and family. Admiral Zhao does an excellent job of introducing Iroh's contradiction.
And General Iroh, great hero of our nation.
Retired general.
The great commander who suffered defeat.
I acknowledge my defeat at Ba Sing Se.
Like Zhao, Iroh was a military man whose brutality haunted the Earth Kingdom for years.
What about the Dragon of the West? He got in.
He hung out with the toughest commandos in the Fire Nation.
Colonel Monkey and the Rough Rhinos are legendary. It's nice to see old friends.
Yet he tried to make time for family and had terrible jokes.
I hope you all may see it someday. If we don't burn it to the ground first.
Ha! War crimes. He prioritized military strength over family, which came at a steep cost.
If only I could have helped you. Leaves from the vine.
Lu Ten's death breaks Iroh and is the catalyst for him to change his life.
He found out his son died and he just fell apart. A real general would stay and burn Ba Sing Se to the ground, not lose the battle and come home crying.
Learning from his failure to be a good father for Lu Ten, Iroh tries to be a good father to his nephew.
Ever since I lost my son,
Uncle, you don't have to say it.
I think of you as my own.
And anyone else he meets, even a random blind girl.
There is nothing wrong with letting people who love you help you.
Or a thug who's trying to rob him.
With a poor stance, you are unbalanced and you can be easily knocked over.
The change from conqueror to consoler enables Iroh to return to Ba Sing Se.
To the scene of my greatest military disgrace. As a tourist.
And then redeem Ba Sing Se.
Only now do I see that my destiny is to take it back.
Iroh's contradiction of being a general who failed his family and failed to capture Ba Sing Se is brought full circle as he redeemed both. This interpretation is a very long character arc. Iroh's turning point occurred off-screen in his first siege of Ba Sing Se, so his screen time during the 3 seasons of Avatar the Last Airbender only capture the end of his arc, making it appear flat. Yet his ability to learn from his mistakes are what make him a great mentor. Avoiding contradiction. The other interpretation severely flattens Iroh's subtle arc, painting him always as an odd fire prince an honorable general, and a great family man at the same time. As Iroh joked about burning Ba Sing Se to the ground, he also talks about his respect for the Earth Kingdom, taking the time to learn their culture, and buys Azula a doll.
I still think our dad would make a much better Fire Lord than his royal tea-loving kookiness.
Even before that, he defied Fire Nation culture by refusing to slay a dragon, going so far as to undermine the whole tradition.
He must have lied to protect them, so no one else would hunt them.
Lastly, he's a Grand Master in the Order of the White Lotus.
Those who do can always find a friend.
An international brotherhood of warriors devoted to peace. Maybe he joined the order after his failed first attempt to conquer Ba Sing Se, but he calls them
Old friends that don't want to attack me.
So, it's been a while? These three facts undermine Iroh's contradiction and flatten his character. Lu Ten's death changes to a tragedy that happened to Iroh, from a tragedy to which Iroh contributed. Since Avatar is written for the whole family, this interpretation cleanses Iroh's questionable past. It creates an Iroh who has always been an honorable, nurturing, wise citizen of the world. This Iroh isn't necessarily a bad character. Some fans may be fine with this interpretation because Iroh gives the best advice. But without his contradictions and mistakes, where did he get the wisdom? The necessity of contradictions. Mentor characters need to have struggled with their contradictions in their past in order to relate to the heroes. Obi-Wan loved yet failed Anakin.
You were my brother, Anakin! I loved you!
When he hits his turning point, he is given a second chance with Luke. Dumbledore dreamed of conquering the world with Grindelwald, yet it cost him his sister's life. He hits his turning point and is given the chance to train young witches and wizards. Arguably, Dumbledore fails with Tom Riddle too, but with Harry he gets it right. Sorta. Iroh as a flat mentor is better than Dumbledore as a dynamic one. There, I said it. However, flat Iroh cannot beat the awesomeness of Gandalf, who spent thousands of years remaining true to his mission of defeating Sauron while deferring to Saruman, who slowly was being seduced by the dark side. Gandalf's turning point occurred at the beginning of the Fellowship and came to a head when he fought the Balrog.
You shall not pass!
After his return, he is ready to kick kings and take names. Only a dynamic Iroh can hold a candle with that. So what do you think? Is Iroh flat or dynamic? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would like to see more. Your patronage is greatly appreciated.